YouTube and friends. You got Cody here with Bear Arms. Today we're going to go over different kinds of sights for your guns. See what fits you best. Just go over a few different kinds, a few different options, a few different price points. Why you might want the different options. What's going to best suit you for what you want to do. So you got several different kinds of sights. You got iron or open sights. You have peephole sights, telescopic sights, scopes, laser sights, reflex sights. I mean, you name it. There's all different kinds. So we'll start off with the most common, which is your iron sights. And this is what you're gonna find on. And by the way, all the weapons are cleared. I did that before I started, so don't worry. This is what you're gonna find on almost all your standard pistols that you buy, and they come in different variations. This is a 3-dot setup, and this is a Smith & Wesson factory sights, and they're just three white dots you line up. You got a front post up here, and you got your rear post back here, and you line that up with what you're trying to have the bullet hit. And if your sights are aligned properly and you shoot correctly, you're going to hit that target. So that's normally what you're going to see. They have, like I said, a lot of different variations. I'll show you. This is another one. And this is still iron or open sights, but these are green. I'll be honest with you, I hate these sights. They're really hard to find, especially if you're in the woods or in a grassy area, target shooting or anything. I hate those sights. I hate the color of them is what it is. And these are tall suppressor sights. So if you had a threaded barrel with a suppressor, you'll be able to see those over your suppressor. So those are iron sights as well. Like I said, a lot of them are not adjustable. Some of them are. I forgot the adjustable one, but anyhow, and you can change these out. Your local gunsmith will be able to do it for you. A lot of times you can do it yourself at home. And then you can go with something like this, which is also again open or iron sights, but these are high vis. So they're brighter, and they almost glow, so that your eyes can see them a lot better, a lot faster for me. You can do different color variations. You can have green in the front, you can red in the back, black in the back, red in the front. It's just however you want to do it. I believe they got white and probably yellow, all different colors. So that's those. And those don't just come on pistols. You can have those on rifles, shotguns. A lot of shotguns will be an iron sight with a bead up front. Let me show you that. See, that bead is a lot of times what you'll see on a shotgun. This one has another iron sight, different for the heat shield that's on it, and then it's usually just a tunnel. I don't know if you can see that on there very well. That's a tunnel right there, and you put that front post and line it up in that tunnel, and that's a lot of times what you get on a shotgun. And again, you can upgrade those in a shotgun. Usually isn't necessarily right on the money, because a lot of times you're using birdshot, buckshots, and they spread out. With a slug, it may not be hitting bullseye, but what you just got to know where it's hitting and account for that on that particular weapon. And rifles are the same way. A lot of times they have iron sights. You can add scopes. They'll have Picatinny rails sometimes, where you can just add scope rings in a scope or different optics. So and then you have what's called a RMR, which is rear mounted red dot. and that's for pistols generally. I do see them on ARs and other things like that. And this is what you'd consider a reflex sight. And what it does is it projects that red dot on your target, and that's where your bullet's going to hit. And you see this a lot of times in military, um, competition shooting, speed shooting, because it's a lot faster just to see that red dot there rather than trying to align these sights up perfectly in a line rather quickly. So that's an option. Now, the downfalls to these is, say you're carrying this for your personal defense, and you carry it fine for 6-7 months and you don't pay no attention. One day a threat comes up and you go to present your pistol and your red dot's not on, and then you're basically shooting blind. They do have options on a lot of guns with suppressor type sights, like I was talking about. They're raised, so they're higher, so they'll co-witness with this red dot. And if this red dot fails, you can still use your backup iron sights through the red dot lens. The red dot itself won't be there, but you still align the sights like you normally would. You're just looking through this glass. So there's that option. I don't prefer that to carry for myself personally because it adds bulkiness and just extra attention to the area you don't want there to be attention at. So I prefer just a standard high vis iron sights for a carry. Maybe some like tritium night sights. Like I said, there's a lot of options out there. There's a lot of different price points too. Is what you can afford, what you want, what fits for you. Such as this. Now you probably, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but this is an airsoft red dot. It was advertised on Amazon for airsoft. I spent $20 on it, I think, and slapped it on my AR to try the red dot because I'm still fairly new to all this, and I didn't want to go buy an $800 red dot that I'm not gonna like. So this one here, let's see if it's not dead. Okay, that one's dead. So can't show you that, but it has different reticles. And what I mean by different reticles is with this you have a red dot, and that's all you have. This $20 one off of Amazon has crosshairs like you would see. I'll put a picture in here to show you different reticle styles that you can get on your red dots and in your scopes. Your scopes have different reticles, and a lot of times on your scopes, your reticle actually means something to adjust your aim point for your distance and things of that nature. And there's a lot of different variations. So I don't have any scopes right now to show you. So I'm gonna put a couple pictures in here of different scope options. And like I said, you can even mount them on pistols. I see guys mount them on pistols. Some bigger caliber pistols, something like this here. And then, but it's primarily for when you're wanting to shoot long range, because they telescope. They let you see the image closer than what it actually is to you, like looking through binoculars or something. And you can get them in different ranges. They call it magnification, different 3x or 5x magnification, so 5 times the magnification that you would normally see it at. And a lot of times that's, like I said, for hunting. Snipers use them. A lot of sport shooting. There's long range sport shooting, and so it really depends on what you're going for. And last but not least, of course, you have laser sights. And laser sights are great because they're really good for the new shooter, because it can be kind of frustrating sometimes when you're first starting out and you're having a hard time hitting a target. Well, if you have somebody that's a little more experienced, or maybe the guy at your local range will help you get your laser sighted in, and then where you put the laser on the target, it projects it on the target itself. Then that's where the bullet will hit, as long as you do the proper fundamentals in the firing of it. You'll hit right there, and it's easy to use that as a crutch and to stick with that, but I advise moving past it because it's not ideal for a lot of situations. It's more of a sport fun type of sight system. But show you what I'm talking about. You have this here. This is on my AR, and again, this is just a cheap one, you know, and you just turn it on and it pits the dot wherever you're gonna shoot. So if I was to pull the trigger on this gun and it was loaded, there would be a hole in my table right there, or there would be a broken gun there. But again, they're just fun. They're just fun to have because it's fun to just see where your bullet's gonna hit before it hits, and you ain't gotta line nothing up. You ain't gotta spend no time, or anything like that. So those are a few different sight systems. There's a couple here I don't have. Like I said, there is the peephole sights. Oh, I do have the ghost ring, which is another form of peephole sight. And I don't have any peephole sights, so I added one in there to show you what they would look like. And this is a kind of a variation of a ghost ring sight here, and I ain't gonna be able to get it lined up right with my camera mount, but you can get the idea. All it is your front post down here, and then it's literally just a ring around it. But it looks so cool. I really like shooting ghost ring sights. I don't know why. Makes me feel like I'm in Call of Duty or something, I guess. So there's those kind, which are basically iron sights or open sights too. Just like these, just different variations of them. And those are always the best to go with, in my opinion, because they don't fail. These the RMRs and things like that, the ACOG and stuff, and all those different. They run on battery, and some of them run on solar power. Some run on both. But it's still electronic at the end of the day, and it can still fail. So your iron sights, if you have them installed correctly and do everything right, they're gonna be hitting at the same place where you left them, no matter when you need to use it, under any conditions. And that's what's good about those. So again, guys, it's really you got to ask yourself, do I want to? What am I going to use it for? Am I using it for self-defense? Am I using it for having fun at the range? Am I using it for official use, for duty use? And then you got to go from there. Am I open carrying? Am I concealed carrying? Is it on a rifle? Is it on a handgun? How much money do I want to spend? These are all things you got to take into account, and then do your research. Do your research on the products that you like. If you like tritium night sights, do some research on different brands, different companies, and there's all kinds of information out there on the internet. Just go out there and it's there. You can watch several of these videos. It's out there. All you gotta do is look for it. But that's about all I'm gonna have for you guys today. I appreciate all the support everybody gives me and everything. Appreciate you watching my videos. If there's anything I can touch more on in here that you've seen that you want more information about, please let me know, and I'll do the best I can to get you that information. And other than that, I want you guys to have a great day, and I want you to be good, and I want you to do it for the right reason. So thank you guys. Bye.